Hi, this is Antonio, and today I'm going to be talking about follow-up messages. I'm using the platform Aweber, as you can see, Aweber right here, but you can use this, I think, on any type of email marketing system as long as it has the follow-up message feature. But this is a very powerful feature which I don't see a lot of people using. Oftentimes it'll send out broadcast messages, which are cool, and I send out broadcast messages every Wednesday. But the follow-up messages are really powerful, and I need to actually improve. As you can see, I've only got 5 follow-up messages which are going out, and then I've got a 6th one which is in the works, but I've had as many as 20 follow-up messages. And I think follow-up messages are great for multiple reasons. One of them is that they're automatic, so there's no thinking. It goes out, whether or not you're sick or whether or not you're working. You can go out any time that you program them. The other thing about follow-up messages is that they're consistent. And again, this probably goes right into you not having to think about it, but everybody is going to get these messages. And whenever you speak with somebody on your list, you can pretty much assume that they have received all of the follow-up messages. And the other thing about follow-up messages is, if done right, I think they do a good job of getting people off your list who you don't want on there. People that aren't going to buy, people that are there just for, they don't even know that they're on an email list. Believe it or not, you can tell people this, but oftentimes they won't even know that they're subscription list. And so I'm very clear, which I'll click on my first follow-up message. I welcome them to my subscription list, and I tell them, if you do not want to receive my emails, please unsubscribe at the bottom of this email. And a lot of people are like, why would you tell somebody that? You want as many people on your list as possible. That's not true. You only want people on your list who are going to buy from you, because everybody on your list, you have to pay for this list, especially I know with Aweber. Other ones, you have a certain amount that are free, but you don't want necessarily high numbers. You want people that convert, and a good number of those. So, you do want high numbers, but you want a high number that convert. And the only way you're going to do that is to be very clear to people, in my opinion, about what they're going to get. And if they don't like it, if they don't like being sold to, which I'm pretty clear, hey, I'm going to try to sell you stuff, but I'm also going to send you 75% of the time great information. And if you don't like this, well, you probably need to get off my list. So with that, with getting the elephant out of, pointing out, hey, there is an elephant in the room here, I can then go on to delivering great content. And so the second follow-up message I send is I try to engage my audience. And every single day I get somebody that responds back to me on this. They let me know whether or not this was good, whether or not this was bad. And I find that by responding right back to them, that I build up a relationship with people and they appreciate it. I've got people that still respond to every single message I put out, whether it be a follow-up or whether it be a broadcast message, because I do respond back to them. Because having a relationship with somebody is one of the first steps to, I think, selling them a product. And not only that, but they'll recommend you to other people. So we've got free audio download. This is like the second. So I wait a little bit of time before this is. I have promised them this audio download, but they need to be on my subscription list for about 3 days before they receive it. And so it's something that they were expecting, that they receive. And then what do I tell them at the bottom? I tell them that there are other places they can go to actually go and listen to my podcasts. So I figured that if they wanted this link right here, that they would be interested in other podcasts that I've put out there on the web. Then the 4th message I send them, it's a bonus. I send them actually a video. And this is something they weren't expecting. And they actually get to see a video, learn a little bit more about me, and then I give them another option to go download the audio, which I probably should change this, because I don't think that this is really a whole value add. I should probably tell them what else is coming up. So I need to go in and change this one. But for right now, I'm using another one of my automatic messages to give them a bonus, to really show them that I'm trying to deliver a lot of great content. And then the fifth time, I'm giving them other ways to interact with me. I'm telling them about my YouTube channel, telling them about my Facebook page. I'm telling them about a little bit more about me also. So I send them to a YouTube video in which I kind of, for 5 minutes, just tell them more about me. I find a lot of people are curious as to who I am and where I'm coming from. So all of that, and then I give them my Twitter handle as well. But the big thing about this email is to give them other ways to connect with me. Email is the number one way I like for them to stay in contact, but maybe they're not an email person, so I give them the option of, hey, Facebook, Twitter, and I probably need to even put my RSS feed up here as well. But I'll probably actually break this one down into multiple other emails, because I don't think that the one mistake with this email, in my opinion, is that I try to send them to too many places, and I probably just need to break this up, and I'll probably actually do that here very soon. So this is what I do with my follow-up messages. And like I said, I've used other examples. If you look at one of my earlier lists and the messages that I sent, you can see this one actually I had about 11 follow-up messages. This one was really effective, but I just need to build out my other one. So you can see you can set up your follow-up messages with every list can have a different set of follow-up messages, but I'll talk about lists here in a few minutes.